What is going on, everybody? It's your boy JJ here to bring you another video. All you guys really seem to enjoy the exhaust video, so guess what I'm about to bring you today? That's right, you guessed it, another exhaust video. Today we're just going to be going over the basics on how to get your car to sound what you want it to sound like and how to get it to maximum loudness if you want that to be your goal. Alright, so today we're just going to be going over the very basics. I think I already said that. Fuck. Did I already say that? Today we're just going to be going over the basics on how to get your car to sound what you want it to sound. Alright, so the way we're going to kick off this video is some of you guys have been asking me what my exhaust setup is and what exhaust am I running. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm not the type that will share some information about my car just because I want that piece to be the only piece that I run for myself. I'm open with you guys. If you guys ask me questions about this car, I'll most likely tell you. Actually, no, scratch that. 100%, I'm going to tell you because I like helping people.
You the real MVP.
So the exhaust setup I have on this car is a very basic exhaust setup. All I have done is long tube headers. It's actually a company called Pacesetter that makes my long tube headers. They're the cheapest long tube headers on AmericanMuscle.com. That's the website that I bought them from. Don't let that scare you. The reason why they're so cheap is because they're not coated. They're not coated in ceramic. They're just, you know, they're just black. All the paint that's on the headers, they're just gonna burn off within like the first 2 days that you're driving, but that's perfectly okay. I've been driving this for a year now. Nothing's happened. It performs tremendously. They sound great. Highly recommend getting it. So from the Pacesetter long tube headers, I go from a Pacesetter off-road H-pipe connecting to what kind of catback? I don't really have a catback. The only difference is that I just deleted my mufflers. So a lot of people ask like how my car got that loud. I actually don't know. Just deleted mufflers, off-road H-pipe, long tube headers. That's it. Alright, so now that you know my exhaust setup, let's go ahead and break down each component of the exhaust system. So first up on the list is the part that everybody is most familiar with, and that is your headers, aka your intake manifold. So you got your headers or your intake manifold, and you can either go long tube or short tube. It's pretty much 90% better to go long tube. Now the thing with headers is that they're not really going to give you more of a loudness gain. Well, I take that back. Depending on some cars, it can enhance your loudness, but for most cars, it's gonna change the tone of your exhaust note. It's gonna make it a little bit more bassy, more aggressive, depending on what car you run, what engine you have. Bolting right behind your headers is gonna be what's called your catback. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Hold on. Bolting from behind your headers is what's gonna be called your mid-pipe. This could be an X pipe, this could be an H pipe, in some cases it could be a Y pipe, depending on what car you run. I don't know your setup, I don't know your business like that. If you don't know what mid pipe you run, you're gonna have to go look that up, because I'm not all in your business like that. I'm not a spy. This mid pipe is probably the most crucial element to getting the right sound to your car and the right loudness that you want for your car. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why is because your mid pipe most likely has a thing called a catalytic converter. It could have 2, it could have 4, depending on what car you run. You don't want catalytic converters if you want your car to be as loud as possible. I've discussed this in my latest video, how to get Backfire, how to get Crackle. If you haven't seen that video, the link will be in the description. I highly recommend you go check that out. Get rid of your catalytic converters. It's gonna bring your car to the next level for performance and for loudness. Trust me. Bolting on behind your mid pipe is where most people, when they're first getting in the car game, go wrong in the car game. you have your cat back or your axle back. Cat back is when it bolts on from the catalytic converters all the way back to the end of the exhaust, hint, cat back. Axle back is when your piping bolts on from your axle all the way back to the car, hint, axle back. A lot more people just take off the mufflers and just call it a day. Don't make the mistake that everybody does. We've all done it. I've been guilty of this. Jason's been guilty of this. We've all been there. Don't do it. Just save your money. Trust me. Who is calling me? What you need to do is buy the cat back or the axle back that doesn't run mufflers. You don't want mufflers on your car if you want your car to be as loud as possible. So let's recap. Your headers, you're gonna wanna go with long tubes. Not gonna give you the greatest sound difference, but it's gonna make a difference. It's gonna make a difference in performance. It's gonna give you a little bit of sound gain. It's gonna be great. You're gonna wanna go with the long tubes. For your mid pipe, you have the choice of going with an X pipe or an H pipe, or if you have another mid pipe, I don't know what to tell you. I just know Mustangs. Don't roast me in the comments because that's all I know. You're gonna wanna go with the off-road model. You're not gonna want cats. They're not gonna give you justice. It's really gonna wake the car up. It's really gonna give you that. Hey, how's it going? I'm chilling, man.
What are you doing?
I'm making a video.
Oh, okay. You know there's private property here?
Oh no, it's just me in the car, and then you can see like the trees here. Yeah, I'm about to be out.
That's a nice car too, though.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, I appreciate it. Anyways, like I'm saying, yeah, go with the off-road version. If you're contemplating between an X pipe and an H pipe, X pipe is going to give you a little bit more performance gains. Also, an X pipe is going to give you a little bit more higher of a note. It's going to give you a little bit more rasp if you want that good V8 rasp. A lot of people don't like the rasp. If you don't like the rasp, go with the H pipe. It's going to give you a little bit of a deeper note. It's going to give you a nice good rumble. As far as the cat back or an axle back, go with the cat back for performance reasons, and it's gonna give you a little bit of a better sound too. Make sure that bitch don't have any mufflers on it, because if you have mufflers on it, you weak. Alright, so that's gonna conclude today's video, y'all. If y'all have any more questions, feel free to ask me. I think this is gonna wrap up my exhaust videos. If y'all honestly do have any more questions, I'm just gonna hit y'all up in the comments. Now, but for real, you guys take it easy, man. I'm about to go get some rest as usual because it's so early. So yeah, man, fucking go rip around on the streets, go tear it up. Peace.